Hello there and welcome to my new series that I'm unsure whether or not it's been done before. This is Random Roblox Reviews, where I pick a random game, play it for a while, and give my impression and review of the game. This is a short episode because this game was not it for me. But that's what happens when you randomly pick a game that pops up in your recommended. This game's called Pirate's Destiny, and it's been in beta access for, I'm pretty sure, 4 years. What the hell are they even doing? Starting off the game with character customization is always a fun idea, but having it so dark that you can't differentiate most colours is a terrible start. And so is not having basic black and white in the colour selections for clothes. I personally don't like having shoes that aren't black when my entire outfit is built to be monochrome, and I don't want to break away from my basic style. I had to go back to character customization 2 more times just to get pants that were black and shoes that were a dark blue. Anyway, I chose the Marine side because everyone usually picks the pirate side, and that's honestly pretty boring. The starting quest is a pretty basic locate and collect item quest that gives no real direction other than find these posters and collect them. And while I wasn't lost for long, having to find those things by myself was pretty boring. Although it did give me the chance to test out controls, so that was pretty nice. Fast forward a minute or 3 and I've completed the quest, only to get told that I'm weak and need to get to level 10 for the next main quest. So I spend nearly 10 minutes on the basic extermination quest nearby, the delivery quest that is also nearby, and, you guessed it, the boss battle quest even closer nearby. Though that one needed level 8 to get it. Anyway, during this time I found myself liking the way mastery is handled in this game. Rather than an arbitrary number that goes higher with kills and eventually unlocks available skills, you get to instead hit enemies to slowly raise the mastery of whatever you're using, which unlocks a new skill whenever the mastery bar gets full. And when you've gotten all the skills for it, then the bar disappears completely and never shows up again. That's an honestly fantastic way of doing it, and whoever implemented this idea should get a raise. Enough about me liking the mastery system though. At level 10, I went back to the Fort Chief and got a quest for the boss that I'd just beaten to get to level 10. Funnily enough, this also meant I could get the boss battle quest again and get a cheeky extra quest done at the same time. And after beating the boss, I went back to the Fort Chief, who told me to go to another island to meet his friend. This was also where I stopped playing the game. Now that I'm finally done telling you what I did and going on a tangent or two, it's time for me to make my other opinions known. First and foremost, the combat. Frankly, it's plain and it sucks. Though that might just be the lag, I'm not sure. If you don't hit the enemy early enough so that they can't hit you, then you're stuck in their slow attacks until their knockback finisher. And even if you manage to hit them on time, they can still hit you and completely take over as priority for attacks. Though this was rare and only happened when my attack landed just as they had attacked. Either way, pretty meh. Secondly, the stats. I don't get every One Piece game's obsession with separating the stat for weapons from strength or melee. It doesn't make sense if you call it that, and I know that's just me nitpicking, but please, at least label it in a way that makes sense. Like calling it fighting style stat and weapon stat. Just something that isn't taking a broad category and limiting it to something very specific. My next nitpick is the effects of these stats. For example, defense, which is just health. A single point in it only boosts your health by 5. 5. How is that any good? How are you supposed to get anything out of 5 extra health? Now that Final Slash that does 10 damage can take 5 more health when it kills you. And don't even get me started on the stamina that only increases by 4 points when you level up. Then we come to strength and sword, the mislabeled stats. Other than being mislabeled, they're also pretty much worthless in the damage increase. That being a 0.4 damage increase for basic combat's damage, and a measly 0.3 increase in sword damage, or at least for the cutlass. I'm going to assume that the fruit stat and fruits in general for this game are the main selling point, because I haven't tried them and I am trying to see a positive here. Anyway, Just from my short 20-minute journey on this game, I don't see anything substantial that would make me want to play more. Maybe if you're obsessed with One Piece and are desperate for a new grind, then this is the game for you, but this is just genuinely not a game worth playing. 4 out of 10 for an interesting implementation of mastery, but that's about it.